This green, it's not that I can't see the green. It's that the green doesn't even exist until the light is on.
Yeah.
I just think that's crazy.
I know.
Like if a tree falls in the woods and nobody's there to hear it, yes, it makes a noise. But if the light is off and there's no light to see the green,
yeah.
Did you shrug like this on that tree fall thing?
Yeah, because that's like a joke that we all still have that we're like.
But that's
that true?
Of course, it makes a noise.
If it's a simulation, then there is no noise.
It being what, life?
Yeah, like this whole thing.
Okay.
I know. Well, I mean, that nobody talked about it until, I don't know, 3 years ago. And now
people have been talking about it since The Matrix.
No. But I mean, really trying to figure out if it's true or not, really cracking it down. And mathematicians are now like 50-50. Yeah. So that's why I shrugged, because I was like, well, if it's a simulation, then.
What does that mean, a simulation?
That our bodies are somewhere else right now, I guess. It really is like The Matrix. That's the idea behind it.
Right.
And we're just reenacting this video game.
Reenacting?
Yeah. I mean, it depends, I guess, the time. I was thinking if it's like the year 2300 and we're reenacting the 21st century or something, but.
And we all are doing it. And is it fake consciousness?
Yeah, all this would be fake. Yeah, none of it would be real. It's just like a figment of our imagination.
Anybody that watches this podcast know I'm too damn real to be a simulation.
I know. I was on board with that for a long time too, but there are
Did you hear that?
I heard through this.
The glugs?
No, I heard you hit like the thingy.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Glugs.
Talk to me about the simulation.
That's actually what my book is about that I got commissioned to write. So that's why I think about it so much.
Now, it's interesting that you say that. You mean recommissioned to rewrite.
No. I'm writing like a sci-fi series.
Well, it's been done already.
Well, yeah, but this one's not as nefarious.
No. I mean, it's been done as in if we're just recreating life, this book has been written already.
Yeah, or somebody's like putting the idea into my head to write it.
Yeah, there are some things that I just can't get behind.
Yeah, no, I get that one's like a tough one. That's a tough one.
I don't mean can't get behind as in comprehend, which I also kind of mean, I guess.
Yeah.
But like, I can't get behind what's like, of course the tree makes a noise.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you go into, I can't speak for the other fields, but math, you really have to start letting stuff go. Because even 2 + 2 doesn't equal 4 in the math world. So it gets crazy.
Because of, what's his name? Clarence Thompson? What's the guy's name from the Pimp movie?
I was like, are we talking about a Supreme Court justice or like?
No, isn't it Clarence something? What's his name? Why can't I remember this?
I don't remember. I don't know movies or television like at all.
What's the Pimp guy? He's from Cleveland. He was on Joe Rogan talking about 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2. Or 1 × 1 doesn't equal 1.
Oh my God. I know who you're talking about. The Iron Man dude, right? Like
I mean, he's in Iron Man. I would not call him the Iron Man dude.
Sorry. Yeah, no, the sidekick. Oh my God.
What's the black guy from the Pimp movie who was also in Four Brothers?
Howard. Something Howard.
Terrence Howard. Yeah, I went. Clarence Thompson. Terrence Howard.
Like,
Terrence.
I was like.
Clarence and Terrence. Clarence and Terrence is closer to me than a tree falling and making noise, and then I leave and it doesn't.
I mean, yeah, I read his paper that he issued. I can see where he's going, but he's just wrong. So, A for effort, though. I mean, honestly, for somebody who didn't finish school, from what I understand, he didn't actually graduate. He like dropped out second or third year or something. For somebody who didn't even finish and they were willing to go through all that effort, I mean, I give him credit for that. That's pretty cool.
I don't know what's going to come through on this mix, but right now, whatever Transformers are outside is really throwing me off.
It's like a 737 that's hovering.
What is that?
It sounds like a lawnmower.
Mowing what? Question for you.
Is there grass?
If we weren't here.
Yeah.
If we leave, will the sound just disappear?
Well, because there's other people who could hear it.
Right.
So you got to take them into consideration. Unless they're not real. And they're all NPCs and we're the only real people.
So the light that's traveling across the universe that we don't see until it reaches us.
Yeah.
If we don't see it, does that mean that light doesn't truly exist?
I mean, that's in the simulation argument or in like real...
I'm sorry, but could you guys knock it off? I'm recording a podcast about science, kind of, but I'm not making any sense.
Do you want to say something? Front. And you don't even care. Wow. What kind of guard dog are you, buddy?
It is a machine Ironically, that is destroying trees.
They're cutting down branches?
They're putting the branches through a chopper, which is actually was one of my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger quotes before it got reimagined. So simulation stuff. Tell me how much you believe it.
I'm on 50-50. I'm on board with that.
50-50.
That's what mathematicians are estimating. 50-50 chance. Which is like another way of saying like we have no fucking idea. It means we can't prove it and we can't disprove it.
So what is a mathematician's stance on heaven?
Oh, as who talks about it? Christians or like Muslims or?
I mean, what Christians and Muslims
They all
have
different versions.
What does it matter what a Christian or a Muslim thinks as far as whether or not they're in a simulation?
Well, because I think it would depend on the realism of like a location, I guess, and what would be the format of that location. I guess
so if we were in a simulation, perhaps heaven, or a version of it would be where our bodies really are.
Ooh,
and
I
in
like
fact,
that.
the spirits are here. Maybe this is the heaven.
That sucks. I mean, I don't know. I like that. That's actually like a really fun one. That's a good one.
50-50, we're in a simulation.
Yeah, that's what they say. The one method that I really love that they're like, man, if we found that, we'd know we were in a simulation. So you know how pi, the number just goes on forever, right?
So you know how pi, the number just goes on forever, right?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, did you just say that?
No, you said it. It came out of your mind.
Okay,
No,
go on.
No, I just would want to fuck with you. So the idea would be if like a million digits out, the number is 1 or something like that, right? And for a split second, it turns to a 3 and then goes back to 1. We would know that just like in computers, you have to kind of like reboot kind of thing. If you have an issue with it, we would know that maybe the simulation had been rebooted, something went wrong. But looking at numbers like that, like pi, and like 15 million digits out or something, and the number changes, then we would know.
What you're talking about
this is a simulation.
Is like a cat repeating itself in the Matrix.
Yeah, except this is way more subtle, and who's gonna fucking see it, right? Like a cat, like you and I could see it and be like, whoa, but this would be really hard to catch, and that's why it freaks a lot of people out. So now
I'm not freaked.
I would be freaked. Like if I saw one of the numbers of pi
But
way
how
out
would
change,
how
I'd be
would
like,
you know it changed? Because if it goes on infinitely, we haven't figured out how far. What's the furthest we found? How many decimals?
somebody just did it. It's 32 million now, I think,
Okay, so
or 64 million. 32 or 64.
well, which is it?
I know, but
Which is it?
Which
is it?
I think it was 32 before, and now it's 64 or something like that. The kid just did it.
How many do you have memorized?
4. I don't even think it's that many, and I only knew it because one of my friends, the code on his phone was pi, so I was like, must memorize this.
I don't remember which Pi Day it was. It was like 8 years ago or so. I memorized a little over 100 digits, and I did it.
Holy shit!
I'm telling you, I did it in. It was. I mean, not that this is fast or slow. I don't know, but to me, I sat there for almost 2 hours. But it wasn't even 2 hours.
Not bad.
And then I had it memorized for months. And the way I kept it memorized would be I would want to show it off to people. And I would there's only like 10 people I could show off to.
Yeah, everybody would be like, you could be making it up. And
well, I would give it to them. And I would say, wow, check it.
Oh, okay.
It's like speaking, in order to, you could learn a language, but in order to stay, what's the American word for fastlich? Fluent. Thank you.
Oh, I was like, fresh? I don't
know. To
know.
say fluent, you have to keep doing it.
Yeah.
And I would do it a whole bunch. And then I don't remember what it was, but somebody, like there was an opportunity that came up that like if you could do to blah 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 whatever, and I'm like I don't remember them now.
Wait, how did you learn it though? Did you do the story association thing?
Story association, I know of. That's like where for memory you picture like a room, a house with a lot of rooms. Is that what you're talking about?
Method. Yeah.
But I can't do that with numbers.
Okay, because I know some people, they'll be like, 1, they associate with like a bear, and then like 2, they're associating with walking down a road, and they just like create a storyline, and then they memorize it based on what this bear is doing or some shit. But there's like a couple of memory techniques.
So I see numbers. By the way, I'm not like an amazing mathematician. You know math, I don't. To me, numbers aren't necessarily math. I mean, sometimes, but to me, what numbers are they're just shapes that, because math is so perfect, the shapes fit. Maybe not on a quantum level.
Wait a minute.
But like if you take numbers and multiply and divide and do whatever over here and then do it over here, that'll always equal each other, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Which is great.
Yeah, because if that didn't work out, we'd be in a simulation.
Yes.
I picture like like nines and ones. Everything goes to a 5 or 10. So like nines and ones, a nine looks like this.
Yeah.
Sorry. But then the 1 fits in there. And an 8, there's these two. So
you're building a shape.
The 2 fit. That's what I'm saying. The 2 fits in the 8, and the 7 goes like this. The 3 fits in here. A 6 is like this. The 4 fits in here.
So you build like a giant structure.
Yes.
Holy shit.
And,
okay.
And it makes me. I'm really good at very simple math. If I could see it, if you were to tell me numbers, I don't know, but if you were to put the numbers on a piece of paper, instead of having to solve all of these things, I have to solve. Like I have this obsession where I sum license plates all the time, and
I love looking at license plates.
Are you to sum them?
My God.
Do you do the same thing?
I memorize like the 5 most frequent ones, and I just keep doing that.
I love her Instagram. By the way, it's no one knows how to spell it, but just modern day MODERN _ERATOSTHENES.
Yeah.
It's so awesome and interesting. You talk about the future of energy.
Scoot doo, blabbity blue.